I am about to tell you something personal about your future that you won't believe. I know a secret path to receiving untold blessings. And it starts with a simple choice you make today. If you skip this, you will miss the one chance to step into what was prepared for you. Before you even knew how to ask for it, do not skip this message. You don't know what's going to happen next. Chosen one, this is the last step. You are on the edge of something that you can't see yet. If you leave now, you might miss a chance that was planned for you before you knew how to ask for it. I want you to understand that this is the last step before a big change that will affect the rest of your life. There is something big and important coming up next that can't be put off any longer. Something powerful is about to happen that combines everything you've carried, everything you've been through, and everything you thought you had forgotten. Pay close attention to these words. Because what I'm about to say has everything to do with your life and your timing. If you agree, type Amen. This is the last step because you have already done everything that was asked of you. Even if you weren't aware of it, there was no chance in the fights. The delays were not punishments, and the silence was not abandonment. I was shaping you in places no one else could see, making parts of you stronger that wouldn't make it through what's coming if they were left weak. The next part of your life will need someone who knows how to trust, endure, and have quiet faith. That's why you're here hearing this right now. There were times when you felt like things were moving slowly. Doors shut when you thought they would open and people left without giving you a reason. I was getting rid of things that were getting in the way, keeping you from getting confused and making room for something that couldn't come in while you were still holding on to things that. The truth is easy to understand. You were being moved around. Didn't belong in your life anymore. This last step doesn't require any work. It has to do with alignment. You are now in the exact spot where what is meant for you can finally get to you. Please, before you go any further, take a moment to like this video to show that you are ready to receive what is being prepared for you. Your agreement is more important than you think. There is something new coming into your life that will feel sudden, but it has been moving for a long time. It will be easy for connections to form, chances to show up, and confusion to be replaced by clarity. This is not a mistake. This ends the story. It all started with your patience, tears, and quiet prayers that no one else heard. Now you are walking into the fruit of those seeds. Something that seemed far away will now feel real, close, and within your reach. If you believe in God, type 777. Please don't forget how important this last step is. It requires you to completely give up any doubts. The only thing that can slow down what is already planned is doubt. I don't want you to be perfect. Please agree to what I say. Ready to believe that good things can happen without having to work for them. Ready to believe that you have not been forgotten? Are you ready to move forward even though you don't have a full picture yet? Even if you can't explain it, there is a reason why you feel like something is changing inside you. That feeling is not made up. It's getting ready. I'm making you feel something so that you won't hesitate. When the time comes, it will be clear to you. You'll go with the flow and you won't let fear stop you from doing what's right. The last step also checks how focused you are. Not a test that will break you, but one that will show how ready you are. You will have small times when you want to fall back on old habits, ways of thinking, or fears. There are no traps in those times. They are chances to make different decisions. It gets easier to reach what you want when you choose faith over fear. What's coming up isn't just a change for the worse. It's a change in who you are. You will start to have a different view of yourself. You will change how you talk, think, and act. This is because you are not the person who was waiting. You were changing into someone who receives. I remember the nights you felt by yourself. I remember the times when you weren't sure if things were really changing. I was there through all of those times, even when it seemed quiet. I was working in places you couldn't see, getting people to work together, planning events, and getting results ready for when they come into your life. Everything you went through was worth it. Now, pay close attention because this is very important. Don't wait to take the next step when it comes up. Forget about it. Don't try to talk yourself out of it. What is meant for you won't be hard to understand. It will make you feel calmer than your fear. Believe what you feel. You will be able to tell what I put in front of you by that. You're not behind. You're not behind schedule. You are right now in the place you need to be. What you need to do is not look for the last step. There is something that is about to show itself to you. It's up to you to stay open, steady, and ready to receive what you thought was out of reach before. Things start to move from here on out, not slowly, not unsurely, but with a plan. When you look back, you'll know why things went the way they did. You'll see how every delay kept you safe, every loss steered you in the right direction, and every quiet season got you ready for this very moment. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. Faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. Fears from the past may try to get stronger. Old habits may try to hold you back. And for a moment, even your thoughts may feel rough. Do not think this means you failed or are confused. It's just the last bit of resistance before alignment takes hold for good. The way you feel is not a sign that you should stop. It means that something good is about to happen. How is it that people can go from being stressed about money to living in comfort so quickly? A study with ties to the CIA suggests that a simple 7-second brain ritual might change how people act when they have a chance. This method is helping people improve their daily lives and is backed by 4 neuroscience labs. A lot of people are now living in dream homes, driving fancy cars, and going on fancy vacations. But this page could be taken down at any time. Before it goes away, click the link in the description and comments. Even if you haven't fully noticed it yet, the way you react to things is changing. Things that used to drain you no longer do. Words that hurt you a lot before now don't hurt as much. The reason for this growth is that you were getting ready to carry something bigger. You can't handle what's coming next if you're still stuck in old habits. Which is why this change inside you is so important. If you believe, type 1111. The last step is not to do more. It is to become more aware of what is already happening. You thought for a long time that you had to fix, chase, or force things to happen. Things will start to come toward you instead now that you are in a new season. You may find this strange at first because you are used to working hard and struggling. You will have to trust more though, because what is meant for you will not require you to fight for it in the same way. Pay attention to the small signs that are all around you. It will begin to change the conversations. People will start to treat you differently, and chances will come up where you least expect them. The changes you're seeing aren't random. They're signs of change is happening inside you. As you move into alignment, the world around you starts to reflect that alignment. Not through loud announcements, but through quiet confirmations, you will know that the last step is being taken. Also, you need to know something important about once. You could have wished that what's next would have come sooner, but it couldn't have. Every lesson, every delay, and every second of waiting helped you get ready for this. If it had come earlier, you might not have understood it, dealt with it properly, or even pushed it away without realizing it. But now you're ready to see it for what it really is. If you type yes, miracles will happen. You might be getting more and more excited, like something big is about to happen, but you can't quite put your finger on it. You really do feel that way, and it has something to do with what is being planned for you right now. Don't not pay attention to it or try to shut it down with doubt. That feeling is your spirit seeing something that your mind hasn't seen yet. It tells you to stay in the present, be open and be ready. The time will soon come when everything makes sense. It could be a conversation, a chance that you didn't expect, or a realization that changes the way you see things. You will have a sense of knowing that you can't explain with logic alone. When that time comes, that's proof for you. You'll know you've reached the last step and are ready for the next one when you do that. Don't be scared of how fast things could change. You've been in a slow season for a long time, so the sudden change may feel overwhelming at first. But this isn't chaos, it's just alignment speeding up. Everything that was put off is now moving forward at the same time. You would not be here if you were not ready, so trust yourself to handle it. You are also being asked to let go of more control than before. A lot of the time control comes from fear or the need to know everything before moving forward. But what's coming next needs faith, not full knowledge. You have to be sure of yourself. Even when you can't see every step ahead, you'll see the most progress in your growth. When you can trust without always needing to be reassured, some people will notice how you've changed even if they can't explain it. Some will be pulled closer while others may move away. This is a normal part of your change. Not everyone is meant to be with you as you go through the next phase. Some were only meant to help you get ready, not get you where you were going. Let them go without being angry because they have served their purpose on your journey. There is nothing valuable you are giving up. You're making room for something bigger. This truth is very important to remember, especially when things don't seem clear. What is meant for you won't make you shrink, fight endlessly, or doubt your worth. It will take you from where you are to where you want to be. You have to be honest with yourself in the last step as well. It's possible that you have been avoiding things. putting thoughts off, snorts, or not fully accepting truths. Now is the time to be brave and face them. Not because someone is judging you, but because you need to be clear for the next step. If you are honest with yourself, you will be able to see the whole picture better. You can't go back now that you've come so far. Every problem you solved, every moment you chose to keep going, and every time you had faith, even when it was hard, led you to this point. This is not the end of your journey, but it is the end of a very important part of it. Because you have changed, what comes next will not feel the same to you. Don't forget that you are not alone as you go on. Every time you take a step, I'll be there to help, protect, and guide you to what is meant for you. My presence stays the same even when things don't seem certain. You don't need to figure everything out by yourself. All you have to do is stay willing, aware, and connected. What's going to happen next will be clear as day for everyone. You won't have to keep asking questions about it. Even if it makes you grow, it will feel right. That's what makes what is meant different from what is forced. You will be stretched but not broken by what is meant for you. Why do experts think this brainwave discovery might be taken down from the internet soon? A well-known neuroscientist shared information linked to the CIA about a 7-second ritual that might change how aware people are of money issues. 4 neuroscience labs have confirmed that this method is helping people live better lives. A lot of people now live in dream homes, drive fancy cars, and go on fancy vacations. But you might not be able to get this information for long. Before it goes away, click the link in the description and comments. Keep your faith strong because now is the time when everything starts to fit together. You shouldn't be afraid of the last step. It's something to welcome. It's the start of a new season when the things you hoped for become real. Even though the outside world hasn't caught up yet, something inside you is starting to settle down in a new way. That quiet calm you feel when you least expect, it is not a coincidence. It's the start of getting used to being in alignment. No longer are you fighting every move, questioning every turn, and needing proof all the time that things are going well. The inside of someone who is ready looks like this. It isn't loud or dramatic, but it stays the same and won't change. When you think about possibilities instead of fears, there is a reason for that. You are slowly coming to understand that not everything is meant to harm you, take too long, or be confusing to you. Some things are meant to help you grow, show you the way, and open doors you thought were shut for good. Part of the last step is realizing this. At this point, your mind starts to agree with what your spirit has been holding on to. The whole time, if you believe in Jesus, type 1 too. You are also getting a better sense of how your life fits together. Now that you can look back, you can see why some things had to end, people had to leave, and paths had to close. When it happened, it hurt and made no sense, but now it makes sense. Each ending wasn't a loss. Instead, it was a change. Every delay wasn't a rejection. It was a safety measure. With this knowledge, you can move forward without carrying extra weight. You have to let go of the idea that you have to fight for everything that matters in the last step. You've thought for a long time that anything worthwhile has to go through hard times. But what's next will make you question that, like it will show you that something is not less important just because it is easy. When what's meant for you fits with who you've become, it takes care of itself. Type 1010 to get good luck. There will be times when things are going well and you may feel uncertain. It may feel strange to feel peace after everything you've been through. But don't mistake peace for emptiness or stillness for lack. When things are finally going to plan, this is the peace that you feel. Being quiet about it is a sign that you are moving in the right direction. You are also getting ready for a new way to handle responsibility. What's next will not only bring chances but also expectations, but not from other people, but from yourself. You'll have a stronger sense of purpose, a better idea of what's important, and a stronger desire to move with purpose. This is growth, and it's a part of stepping into what God has planned for you. At some point you might be asked to make a choice that seems important from the outside. It might not look very important, but you will feel its weight. Making this choice is the last thing you need to do. You will have to believe in yourself and pick what is good for your growth instead of what feels good at the moment. What comes next will depend on the choice you make. You're not being pushed, but you are being asked to come forward. There's a difference. Being rushed makes you feel stressed and confused. But being called makes things clear and gives you direction. What you're going through now is a calling. It leads you to something that is already ready, but it is soft but firm. You don't have to push your way in, you only have to answer when the time is right. The things that are most important to you may be changing as this transition gets closer. Things that were important in the past might not be as important now. It's not a loss. Realignment is what it is. You are making room for something that needs a different type of attention, awareness, and way of thinking. Do not try to hold on to things that no longer fit. Instead, let this change happen naturally. You are also growing in your trust. Trust yourself as well as what's going to happen. You find out that you can handle more than you thought. You are becoming more aware of your ability to make choices. Move forward and stay strong even when things aren't clear. There is no reason for this confidence. You've earned it by going through so much. You might also feel like some parts of your life are coming to an end. Things might get better on their own, conversations might end, and questions you would before might not seem important anymore. You need to do this to break out of the cycle you've been in. The last step is more than just moving forward. Also, it's about finishing what needs to be done. Don't be shocked. If something you hoped for comes back to you in a different form, things that are meant for you don't always go away. It just changes. It won't feel the same when it comes back. It will feel more stable, clear, and in line. The reason for this is that you are not the same person you were before. You are moving to a spot where what you do will have a bigger effect. Your path will become more clear as you pick what to do, say, and think about. You shouldn't be afraid of this. It's something to welcome. This means that you are no longer being led by doubt, but by purpose. You are also getting a better sense of when things happen. You're getting the idea that not everything has to happen right away. Things have to happen at the right time. This kind of patience isn't passive. Trust that you act on. It makes it possible for things to come together in a full way without being rushed or missing pieces. Why does a neuroscientist in New York City want to talk about a secret brain ritual? Reports say that their lawyers are trying to shut down this page because research linked to the CIA found a brainwave method that can help you get money. 4 neuroscience labs back up this 7th-second practice, which helps people get out of financial stress and into more stable lives. A lot of people now like to live in dream homes, drive fancy cars, and go on fancy vacations. You should feel lucky that you found this page right now, because it might not stay up for long. Before it goes away, click the link in the description and comments. As you go on, you'll see that clarity wins out over confusion more and more. It will be easier to make decisions that were hard before. Paths that seemed hidden at first will start to show themselves. This is because you aren't looking with fear anymore. You're looking with understanding. That changes everything. The last step is not a single second. There is a change. There are a number of realizations, choices, and changes that will help you align with what is already waiting for you. Now, every step you take brings you closer to the place where everything fits together. You don't need to be perfect. You are being asked to show up. Pay attention to what's going on. Trust what you feel and pay attention to what you see. This presence is what will help you take the last step without any doubt or confusion. The place you are in now has a lot of power from the outside. It might not look like much is changing, but everything is because you're not the same person you were before. What's going to happen next will be different from everything you've ever been through. It's not loud or forced that I feel this confident. It's steady and true. That kind of strength doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. That is the exact kind of strength that is needed for the next part. A time is coming up when you will realize you are not waiting for permission to move forward any longer. You're not looking for someone to tell you that you're right or that your path is the right one anymore. You will have a clear head that lets you move forward without any doubt. Part of the last step is the moment when you fully take charge of your life. It's not about being in charge. It's about being in tune with who you really are. If you type 2222, miracles will happen. You have asked yourself a lot of times in the past if you were making the right decisions or if you were good enough. There is a change now, though. You're beginning to have more faith in your own voice. You're beginning to see that the help you've been looking for has always been inside you. This new insight will change how you do everything from now on. There is also a release going on in your life that you might not fully understand yet. You're giving up the need to keep things that don't help you anymore. There are habits, thoughts, and even connections that used to feel important in this list. If you let go, it's not loss, it's freedom. It means making room for something that fits the person you are becoming. To be sure, type 111. Taking on more responsibility for your own life is also part of the last step. These days, things don't just happen to you without you being aware of it. At this point, the decisions you make, the way you focus, and the things you do have more weight. You shouldn't be afraid of this. It's something to welcome. It means you are now in a position to change your path. You might feel like your energy is different. You might feel more connected to what's important, more focused, and more aware. This isn't something outside. You can see what's going on inside you in it. Your energy changes on its own as you become more aligned. You will have new experiences, meet new people, and get new chances because of this change. At some point, everything will fit together so well that it will almost seem impossible. It could be a conversation, a chance, or a realization that ties together. Everything you've been through, you'll know why things had to happen the way they did. When that moment comes, you will understand why things are taking so long and why you are having so much trouble. Be brave and don't let fear stop you when the time comes. Fear may try to make you think of failed or disappointing times in the past, but you are not in the same place now. You're better now that you've learned and grown. Things that used to hold you back don't affect you as much now. You are also being shown how to trust the process more. You don't have to understand everything right away. You have to go through some things to fully understand them. This is where having faith is important. It helps you move forward even when you don't know everything. You will notice that things feel more natural as you go along. The hard times that made up your journey will begin to fade. Your movements will be smoother. Your decisions will be easier to understand. And you will have real moments of peace. This is not a short-term fix. It means you are on the right track with what is meant for you. Plus, you're getting a better sense of what your purpose is. You're becoming more aware of what really matters and what doesn't. You are beginning to put your energy into things that will help you grow and plan for the future. Being clear about this will help you move forward. You may also notice that things that used to bother you don't bother you as much. Things that used to stress or confuse me don't bother me as much as they used to. This has changed, not because of those things, but because of you. Now you have a different view of things. Stepping into a new way of life is what the last step is all about. Not getting to a certain place. Making progress means being aware, having a plan, and trusting yourself. You need to know that your journey is not something that just happens to you. You have to take part in it. You will face challenges from time to time, but they won't feel the same as they did before. They will feel like chances to grow instead of problems to solve. This means that your way of thinking has changed. You're no longer reacting to life. Now you're responding to it. Imagine that a famous neuroscientist just told you about a way that helps thousands of people get more money. According to research linked to the CIA, a simple brainwave ritual can change how you see opportunities and act on them. 4 neuroscience labs have confirmed that this 7th-second technique can help people move from being stressed about money to living better lives. A lot of people now live in dream homes, drive fancy cars, and go on fancy vacations. What's online now might not be around for long though. Before it goes away, click the link in the description and comments. On top of that, you are growing in your trust and timing. You're starting to see that everything happens for a reason. When you understand this, you feel at peace and can move forward without pushing things or hurrying them along. As you move further into this new phase, things will start to happen not just in the outside world, but also inside yourself. You'll feel more rooted, sure of yourself, and connected to your path. Everything you've been through has led to this. You're not the same person you were before this trip. You've changed in ways you might not fully understand yet. But those changes are real and are getting you ready for the next step. Stay in the present. Don't look too far back or too far ahead. This very moment. What you need is here. You don't have to race toward the last step. It's something you're going through already. You will also realize something important as you go on. You shouldn't be afraid of what's coming next. It's something to welcome. It's the next part of your life, and everything you've learned and become will shape it. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. When you realize you don't have to chase what is meant for you, it's a powerful feeling. You no longer feel restless, which made you want to run after things. Instead, you feel calm and sure of yourself. Things that belong to you will find their way to you without you having to force them. You shouldn't stop moving. It means you move with clarity instead of a need to hurry. That shift alone makes everything different. Type 777 to make your belief stronger. You are also taking better care of your energy, even if you aren't aware of it yet. You are becoming more selective about where you spend your time, attention, and feelings. It's easier to leave behind things that used to drain you. This isn't being weak. This is a new kind of strength. It shows that your peace is more important to you than short-term comfort. Soon something you prayed for will start to take shape in front of you. No matter how different it looks from what you thought, you will still feel a strong sense of recognition. That feeling is your sign that you are ready to do what has been planned for you. Do not think about it too much, as too much thought can make things less clear. These messages tell you to trust your gut more than ever. There is a voice inside you that has been getting stronger even when you don't feel sure of anything. That voice is not meant to lead you astray. It's there to help you. Pay attention when you feel a quiet pull toward something. If you feel a light resistance, pay attention to it. This is how you feel confident as you move forward. If you walk by faith, type accepting who you have become is also a part of the last step. You used to have doubts about yourself, your worth, and your place in the world. You are not that person anymore, though. You have changed in ways that can't be taken back. You have learned things that you will always remember. Now you are being asked to stand in that growth without any doubt. There may still be times when the past tries to get through to you. Though old fears, memories, or doubts may try to come back to you, they no longer have power over you. You are smart enough to see them and strong enough to get past them. This is what makes you unique now. The old wounds are no longer making you act out. You are responding from a place of new knowledge. On top of that, you can see that your patience has grown. You aren't as easily upset by delays or not knowing what will happen. You're aware that some things need time and you're ready to give them that time without getting lost. This kind of patience isn't passive, it's strong. It lets things happen in a way that is complete and lasts. A feeling of completion is slowly taking shape inside you. Even if it's not loud or clear, it's there. It's when you know a chapter is coming to an end, but you can't quite picture the next one. Yet in this moment, there is no reason to be scared. It's something to welcome. It means you're ready for the next thing. As time goes on, you'll start to notice that chances come up with less resistance. Things that were hard to understand before will become easier to understand. It's not that life is easier now, it's that you are more in sync. Things just flow naturally when you are in alignment. You are also learning to believe that you don't need to be told everything. You should feel some things instead of just understanding them. This is where your faith becomes strong. It helps you move forward even when you don't know everything. One day you'll look back and see how far you've come. The person you were and the person you are now will be clear to you. And at that very moment, you will feel so thankful that words can't describe it. Due to the fact that you will know that every problem, delay, and moment of doubt served a purpose. You're not the same person you were when you were confused and lost. You are strong because you have learned to deal with uncertainty. It looks like you have found clarity in the midst of chaos, and going through that change gets you ready for the next step. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says give and heaven will open over you. On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.